And I was gone for 7 years. I came back to Shrimatiji's program in '93, but it was funny at the end because there was about 10 yogis left, and Shrimatiji left the hall. And she was walking out of the hall, and we were just sort of standing there, and there was a bunch. And she walked by with 2 leaders, and she saw me, and she said, "Oh, you're here." And I was like, then she walked quietly to the lift with the leader, and then I heard her say, "He's Canadian." After I thought of all my hardships in the past, and suddenly I come back from Europe, and oh, he's Canadian. Boy, Shack. You don't even understand how or why, because me, why me? There's nothing special about me,
Yeah, whenever I hear yogis go into the left, or actually it's into the right, I guess, but they start moaning, why is this so difficult? And I'm again and again and again trying to remind people that you realize you were particularly chosen by Shrimatiji because she wanted you to deal with this. You represent a lot of people. There's so few SahajaYogis, but each of us is brought in to fulfill some particular divine purpose. It's, in answer to that question, is it individual or collective? I believe it's always collective. Mm-hmm. Everything we go through, every surgery, every near-death experience, every trauma, we're working something out for multitudes.
She said
yogi
works out for 10,000 people.
Really? Wow. 10,000 Canadian partiers.
What Mark says is true. It's collective, but it's not like we're interchangeable.
Absolutely right? Not. Absolutely not.
You have this to do, and you focus on. It's really important.
Patrick, he was basically my guru. He gave me my realization.
Okay. No, I immediately turn this off and shoot me myself, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the beginning, right? But we had an amazing experience in the Suri ashram. In the mid '90s, I heard that Shrimatiji bought a house in Canada. I thought, wow, Toronto's so lucky. She bought it in Vancouver. Wow, Vancouver. I wonder where. She bought it in Surrey. What? So 20 blocks into Surrey from North Delta, where the place I used to go steal cars with friends, and we used to get high my whole youth. In North Surrey, like 20 blocks from my mom's house where I grew up. And then I didn't expect I'd be living there, like 5 or 6 years later. But it was full on, like it was 9 bathrooms and 9 bedrooms. And then most of them moved out. And then there was just a payment, me and Brigitte, Indu Mati, I think, and somebody else. It was just a tiny group. And we were all like best friends. And we were so happy. And everything was happy all the time. We were like that for, I don't know, maybe a year or something. 2003, I think. And our son stayed home from India school. We just got an inheritance from an uncle. And we just lived happy, like with the payments and a couple of other people. And I don't know, that should be somehow in the history book, because I know they've gone through a lot of.
This is true, like Mark and Richard and I and Barbara. We had such a good time those first few months, and when I remember the program with you, because that program was a record success. 50% of the people who came to it are 40 years later are SahajaYogis. There were only 2 people at the program, right? There were 7 or 8 SahajaYogis, and there was you and one other person.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. But so that if we can't say the program was held for you, I don't know what we say, right? It was there.